I'm going to take a quick break from watching Worlds so that we can do this week's Q&A. To start it off, the first question I want to answer is, will there ever be a Sunday when Nick remembers to start his lucky egg? And the answer is, yeah, this Sunday. Lucky egg on, let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with the less exciting stuff and work my way up to the things that I actually want to evolve. So the least exciting for me is this Doduo. Because Dodrio has no real purpose, no good movesets. Let's see what we end up with. Feint Attack, Air Cutter. I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3 with that same moveset already. What's your rationale to differentiate Pokevision or Fast Pokemap versus Nest resources? Both seem unrealistic or cheating. Well, the difference is, with Nest resources, that's community sourced. That's just people coming together, working together to plot things out and share information with each other. With tracker sites like Fast Pokemap or Pokevision, you're directly accessing Niantic's API to find out information that you're not supposed to know. They show you the exact locations of Pokemon, their timers to despawn. That, in my opinion, is a form of cheating. Using nest maps like the Sylph Road's Nest Atlas, that's just sharing information with friends. And of course there's always the argument that Niantic needs to fix tracking, and until they do that, we should be allowed to use the tracking sites. Well, they just implemented new security features that block a lot of the tracking sites, so there's a lot of people up in arms about that again. And you're right, I think they do need to implement the new tracking system, or at least give us something to help us find Pokemon. But remember, you can use the current system to track Pokemon down. If you want to learn more about that, check out this suggested video right up here. But Niantic, please, just let us know what's going on with the new tracker. The next evolution is going to be Mankey. I've evolved plenty of Mankeys, and I actually already have one with the ideal moveset, so I'm not really sure what happened. Did it not? Why is it not evolving? My game's frozen. There it goes. I already have one with the ideal moveset, so I'm not really sure what my intention is with this. I feel like now that I have Pokemon with the ideal movesets, I should start focusing on powering them up rather than evolving more of the same species. Although I don't think Primeape is really worth my Stardust right now, since I do have that Machamp, Low Kick, Cross Chop. Actually, that's the ideal moveset, so I take it back. Now I have a Primeape with the ideal moveset, and I'll probably be powering this one up rather than evolving more. Can you explain why random Pokemon keep appearing in my Pokedex? This question has been asked a lot over the last couple days, and it's an update that Niantic added, and then sort of tweeted out a little bit, didn't really give us a whole lot of information about it. What happened is, now when you see a Pokemon in a gym, it gets added to your Pokedex as seen. So you can see I've now seen 133. Venusaur, Charizard, what else got added to mine? And Aerodactyl. It's not retroactive, so if you've seen them before the update happened, they're not going to get added, but if you see them in a gym now, they will get added to your Pokedex. And some people are complaining about this because now they've seen Pokemon that they haven't actually encountered in the wild, but this is the way that it worked in the original games, in the anime series. Ash would always pull out his Pokedex to look at a Pokemon when he was battling against it, against another trainer, and honestly it just makes sense this way. If you see it in a gym, you've seen it. Next evolution, I'll do Staryu. I've evolved a lot of Staryus, but this one's actually going to be probably my strongest Starmie after evolution. Highest CP, not really a great moveset, so. What's your view on gym sniping, and how do you think it can be prevented? First of all, there was an episode when I was in Hawaii that I appeared to snipe a gym, and a lot of people got upset with me over that, but the truth is, because of the way I edited the video, it definitely seemed that way, but the gym actually sat there for like a minute and a half before I ever put anything in it. So, sniping, I think, it's annoying, definitely, but it's not a huge problem. The truth is, if you're in an area where someone is there that can snipe the gym away from you, the gym's going to get taken down in a matter of minutes anyway. But I agree, it is very frustrating to put all your time and resources into taking a gym down only to have someone claim it before you get the chance to. As for solutions, people say that when you beat a gym, you should be the only person who has a chance to put a Pokemon in for a minute or something like that. And that seems like a good idea in theory, but remember, multiple people can be attacking a gym at the same time. If you're on the same team, it's okay, but people from enemy teams can also attack that gym. So what happens if a Team Instinct player and a Team Mystic player are both battling a gym and they beat it? Who gets priority there? Although I guess giving just those two players the option to race each other to put something in the gym is better than letting any bystander take it away from them. So the simplest solution is probably that, to give a short timer to the players who are battling the gym so that they have the opportunity to put something in before it opens up to anyone else. Who do I want next? Let's do Voltorb. Spark Hyper Beam. Cool. I think I already have one with a good electric moveset. Hyper Beam is just a strong move overall. I'm not sure if I'm ever really going to be using this, but nice to have another Electrode. Hypothetically, what's stronger, a 500 CP Squirtle or a 500 CP Blastoise with the same IVs? Okay, I did the math on this, and I couldn't get them at exactly the same CP with the same IVs, but I calculated it so that they're close enough. With perfect 15 IVs for every stat, a level 7 Blastoise has 496 CP, and a level 17 Squirtle has 490 CP. So very close with the same IVs, and their stats actually work out pretty similar. Probably because they're in the same evolution family and they have the same ratios for their stats, but let's see how that worked out. So the Blastoise would have 60 HP, 70 attack, and 83 defense. The Squirtle would have 57 HP, 70 attack, and 86 defense. So their stat totals are actually the same, their CP is very similar, and the only difference is their level. So for the most part, there's not really a difference between the two. The only time that level might matter is after the new training update, which I'm assuming is going to alter the Pokemon in the gym to match the level of your Pokemon. So that would mean if you use a 500 CP Blastoise in a gym, the gym Pokemon would come down to level 7. If you use that 500 CP Squirtle, the gym Pokemon would come down to level 17, and they would still be a lot higher CP than your Squirtle. Now again, that's just my assumption, that's my theory of how it's going to work. Again, we're not going to know for sure until that update actually gets released. Okay, next is Horsey. Water Gun, Hydro Pump. That's the moveset I've been waiting for. I already have a good Seadra with a anti-Dragonite moveset with Dragon Breath and Blizzard, and that's actually really fun to use against Dragonite. But now I have a Seadra with the ideal Water-type moveset. So now I think I'll just start stockpiling my Horsey candies for whenever second generation releases so that I can evolve. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I guess in the end it won't matter what my Seadra's moveset is because it's going to get evolved to Kingdra. For now though, I have two useful Seadras. Okay, this is kind of a tricky question. What is my opinion on other YouTubers who have gained more notoriety than myself using clickbait titles and false advertising regarding Pokemon Go? For me, this YouTube channel is about more than just making money. It's nice that I'm able to make a living off of this channel, but for me, some of the most important aspects of it are being creative, presenting good information, and just being honest. If all I cared about was making the most possible money doing this, then sure, I could put out tons of sensationalist clickbait thumbnails and titles and probably get a lot more views and subscribers than I have now. But the growth on this channel has been amazing. I'm blown away by it. 550,000 in 3 months is no joke. As for my opinion of those channels, it bothers me, yeah, but I just don't watch them. I don't click on them, I don't give them the views, I don't give them the ad revenue. And if you don't like it, you should do the same. Their goal is clearly to make the most money possible, but for me, it's to be creative, to make something new that I enjoy every day, to share information with as many people as possible, and to be honest and genuine while doing it, because I think having principles and sticking to them is one of the most important things in life. And for me, my principles include not taking advantage of people by lying to them and offering them things that don't even exist. Okay, next up is Rattata, and you're probably wondering why I'm excited about this and why I saved it this long, but this is probably going to be the strongest Raticate that I have, so I'm really hoping that I can get Bite Hyper Beam out of it. Should have just done that one first. How much do you enjoy Pokemon Go compared to the mainstream Pokemon games? I enjoy the mainstream Pokemon games a lot. I've played every generation since the beginning, but I enjoy Pokemon Go in a different way than I enjoy those games. I wouldn't say I enjoy one more than the other, but Pokemon Go is very unique among not just Pokemon games, but among games in general. It's probably the first mainstream augmented reality game or experience that a lot of people have really experienced. Pokemon Go is probably going to be looked back at as a big turning point in the history of technology. It's the first real mainstream use of augmented reality. It's been amazing in that it gets people outside and exploring. Obviously there's a lot of this going on, but one of my goals with this channel has always been to share my experience with you so that it's not just about the gameplay itself, but also about the places that I'm going and the things that I'm seeing, because I think that's a really important part of Pokemon Go's design that often gets overlooked. It's meant to get you out and exploring, and it succeeds wonderfully in doing that. Now, as a game, I enjoy the main series games a lot more. I think the mechanics are much better in terms of design. The replayability is a lot higher. I've probably done over 100 playthroughs of mainstream Pokemon games combined. And I like that it's a different experience every time, that you have the option to use different Pokemon, that you can put different moves on them and build your team in different ways. That's something that I think is really lacking from Pokemon Go. But again, as an experience, I think Pokemon Go is just so much more than the mainstream games could ever be. 2 more evolutions. Tentacruel. My last Tentacruel was kind of disappointing, and this one has much better IVs, so hopefully I can get a decent moveset to go along with it. What did my last one have? I don't remember. Poison Jab, Sludge Wave. I'm okay with that, because it's 2 Poison-type moves, same type move, same type attack bonus, because Tentacruel is Poison-type. So very cool. I've got 2 breathtaking EVs to evolve. Can I use the nickname trick if I've already used it once for each evolution? There's been a lot of conflicting information on this. Some people say you can use it once you've used all 3. Others say it only works once. I'm gonna find out right now. This wasn't on the slate of evolutions, but I do have a couple EVs that are decent. So I'm gonna say, what do I want? What do I want to try to get? Let's just go with Pyro, because I only have 1 Flareon so far. It does have a good moveset, but let's see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna let this refresh. I'm gonna close the game, reopen it, make sure that it, I don't know, updates on the server, whatever it needs to do. Alright, Pyro, here we go. Let's see what happens. And again, when I do this, this isn't really confirmation. So actually what I should do is name a few of them Pyro. Let's do that. Although I guess this doesn't really confirm anything either, because if I evolve the first one and it works, the next one won't work until I do the other 2. Alright, let's just start with 1 and see what happens. 604, this is the first one. Nope, doesn't work. 1 time each for the EV nicknames. Now, what did I end up with? Water Gun Hydro Pump. Not bad. Another Water Gun Hydro Pump Vaporeon. Named Pyro. I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, 1 more evolution. Bellsprout. This is the most exciting one for me, because I do want a Victreebel with a better moveset. A more ideal moveset for me. Same moveset. And no internet. It's not a bad moveset. It's the highest moveset in terms of raw damage per second. But again, I do want 2 grass type moves. Preferably Solar Beam. But, okay. There is a Bellsprout nest down the street at Furman Park, so I should be able to farm up enough, because I do actually really want a good Victreebel. Can you show us your skateboard skills? Do you know any tricks? It's been a while since I've really skated, but yeah, sure, let's go see what happens. Okay, give me a couple tricks to warm up. This is a lot harder than it used to be. Can that first one just count? Oh. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. Thank you to whoever asked about that. I think there were 2 of you. But anyway, I'm really winded. As you can tell, I'm out of shape. I haven't skated in quite a while. So now, I need to go home and get some water. And also, we need to pick a winner for Go Plus. So let's go do that. Okay, sorry if that adds any kind of like noise, but I'm really hot right now. Let's pick a winner. Here we go. Randomly pick winner. Hello, it's me. It'd be fun if you or someone visited Chicago. I agree, it would be fun, but at the very least, this Go Plus will be visiting you in Chicago. I'm gonna send you a message on YouTube right now so that I can get your mailing address. That's gonna be it for this week's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave questions for next week. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm here at Furman Park again today to investigate a possible hybrid nest, a nest where more than one species of Pokemon can be found. We know for sure this is a Bellsprout nest. Here's another one. But yesterday I found 2 Pikachus in the same time span that I found 3 Bellsprouts. And a lot of people have also asked me if it's possible for there to be more than one species of Pokemon in the same nest. So it's definitely something that a lot of people have noticed, and today I want to take a deeper look.